It's all about love, lies, deception, and debauchery. Yes, folks, welcome to the Mike and Mooksie show. I promise you, this is not your typical Thai love story. Why, hello there, and welcome back to Tales from Thailand with me, your crazy, kooky host. Yes, it is Dr. Mark Sabian coming at you live from Positive. I'm actually in Romania being held against my will by two guys named Andrew and Tristan, forcing me to make these videos so that, well, they can buy expensive cars, cigars, and, well, live a life that I'm not living. Yeah. Help me. Kids, welcome to the Mike and Mooksie show. Listen, like I said in the beginning, this is not your typical Thai love story. I promise you that it's not. And I know that some of these videos can get really long-winded. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to present this as a series. It's going to be about 5 or 6 episodes long. Hopefully, each one will get you into the story enough that you will come back for the next one, because I promise you this is going to take twists and turns that you just did not see coming. Believe me when I tell you, it is love, lies, deception, and debauchery. It truly is. In episode 1, guys, what I'm going to do is this. I'm just going to introduce you to the main characters, and that is Mike and Mooksie. There's a few other people that I'm going to toss in, but quite honestly, just like me, they're completely, totally insignificant. This is all about Mike and Mooksie. So I'm going to just break this down for you and introduce you to Mike first, and then his incredibly complex and hard to understand girlfriend. Mike is 52 years old. We are almost exactly the same age. I think there might be like a 2 or 3 week gap between us. I met Mike my first month here in Thailand. He was living beside me at one of the little bungalows that I had, and there were essentially 4 of us living side by side. The other guys that were there, Sean and Scott. Scott was Australian, Sean is American. Mike, by the way, is American from the East Coast, and a fantastic guy. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. Mike is my kind of guy. Him and I had a lot of fun together. We've had a lot of fun together. I enjoy talking to him. He's intelligent. He is completely, totally my type of guy. I'd been in a 10-year relationship with an incredibly beautiful girl. Let's make sure that you guys understand this about Mike right off the bat. Mike is not that guy that comes to Thailand that is looking for, he's not here to bang a bunch of bar girls. He actually came to Thailand because he wanted to mend his heart. He wanted to essentially get some healing inside. I'm straight up. I know you're thinking, oh, God, sounds like a loser. No, actually, this guy is a good-looking guy, in good shape, intelligent, fun, articulate, charismatic, and he honestly came here to mend his heart. He did not know what Phuket was like. He had zero idea until he met his neighbors, Scott and Sean. Because Scott and Sean were constantly bringing freelancers, massage girls, anybody that they could pick up, they were bringing them over, partying. They'd have them, essentially walking around naked for them around our pool. We did have the bungalow set up, and there was a little pool in the middle. It was pretty crazy. So yes, there's going to be debauchery to this tale. There's going to be a whole lot of stuff that's just, it's insane. But anyways, again, Mike was not the guy that was here trying to, sow his wild oats or anything like that. Sean, however, definitely was. And Sean, as a joke, liked to tease Mike all the time about it. And what he would do is, after he was done with one of these ladies, sometimes he would pay the girl to go to Mike's room and, Now, Mike tells me point blank that he never did anything with one of these girls that Sean was sending over. And the girls told me that too, because a lot of the girls would come back because Sean and Scott, they were bringing them back, like they had them all the time, like literally. And back then, I'm talking when Phuket was shut down because of the situation and everything, there wasn't a whole lot of girls there. Don't get me wrong, they were everywhere, but you would see the same girl over and over and over again. Anyways, Mike just wasn't that type of guy. And eventually he got so uncomfortable with Sean doing this, he moved. And sadly enough, I'll be honest with you, I was kind of like, damn it, because I really liked him. Thankfully, about 2 weeks later, I ran into him at Big C. We exchanged numbers, and we started hanging out again. It was great for me, because again, Mike is my kind of guy, and you would love him. You truly, most of you guys would love Mike. However, as this series progresses, there's going to be times that you love Mike, and then you're going to hate Mike. Okay, same with Mooksie. There's times that you're going to go, oh, she's really sweet, and then you're going to like. Anyways, eventually Sean moved, and I sent Mike a message, and I said, man, listen, you should come back, because we all loved living there. It was fantastic. So he does come back, and one night we're sitting out on the porch, we're having a beer, and he says to me, man, he goes, I met this girl on Thai Friendly, and man, she's perfect, she's wonderful. And I'm like, really? And he goes, yeah, Thai Friendly of all things. And I know I shit on Thai Friendly all the time. There's a reason. Oh, there's a reason. Anyways, he gets telling me that he essentially sent about 20, 30 messages to girls, and it was the same message. What he said was, listen, I'm new here. All I would like to know is, what do you like about Phuket? Where are places that you think someone should see? And would you be interested in showing me? Every single girl, except for one, replied with long-term, short-term, I'm a freelancer, can you send me money, etc., etc. This one girl sends him back what actually was kind of a rude message, and she goes, what do you mean? And he sent her back, no, I don't mean that. What I mean is, so they start talking back and forth. Anyways, turns out that she's willing to go for a walk with him. So they went for a walk one night. They went down to the beach, had a great time, had a little picnic, and he walked her home to her room, and he tells me that he instantly fell in love with her that night. When he first saw her smile, he fell in love with her. Yeah, boys, it can happen. It really can. So anyways, we're sitting there, and he's telling me all about her, and he says to me, man, he goes, she's like heroin to me. And I said, whoa, that doesn't sound good. And he goes, it's not good, but it's so exciting. He goes, because I can't seem to get enough of being around her. I enjoy her. She's funny. She's kind. She's all of these things. And he's telling me all of this wonderful things. Like, we go out to dinner, and she orders the cheapest thing, she isn't this, she isn't that, she doesn't want to go to the bars, etc., etc. And I'm thinking, wow, man, that's really cool. He then gets expanding on this and says, he has gone and met some of her friends, and oddly enough, her friends are called Apple, and you guessed it, Kiki. I know there's always a Kiki involved in every one of my stories. It just happens. Anyways, they go down to the beach, they have a picnic together, and Mooksie gets up and goes into 7-Eleven. While she's in 7-Eleven grabbing some beers and stuff, Apple and Kiki get talking to Mike and saying, oh, you're so lucky, she's so wonderful, blah, 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 blah. She's not a freelancer, she's not a massage girl, she's such a good girl, Oh, Apple is a massage girl, and, she's very open about it, and Kiki is, Kiki's a freelancer with a lot of sponsors, and Kiki is the type of girl that has a shit ton of money coming in all the time. So it's actually kind of nice if you go with Kiki, because she will buy you a beer. Anyways, they're telling him that she's not a freelancer, she's this wonderful girl, blah, 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 blah. Now, Mooksie had told Mike the story that she had come down to Phuket about 3 months before COVID, the pandemic happened, and she lost her job at a hotel. She was working at a hotel in accounting, etc., etc. He's believing everything that she's telling him, because everywhere he goes, people are telling him how wonderful she is and how, she's not like all the other girls. There's a massage parlor right beside her old hotel, okay? And they went in there for a foot massage one day, and even the old mama son that is there, she owns the massage parlor, she's going on about, oh, you know, you're very fortunate to find such a good girl, blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that. And, just instilling in him that she is not a freelancer. Okay? Now, one thing I will say about her, I have met her many, many times. She is very kind, very sweet. Absolute. I think she's stunningly beautiful. I could see why he fell in love with her, okay? And the cool thing is this. Again, Mike is my age, and she is 38. Now, this whole thing I have about how you date someone in your generation, you know, he told me the whole thing. Cut your age in half, add 10, don't date them. Anyways, 12-year gap between them, and they really did, man. Like, they seemed unbelievably happy. And this is where I'm going to end it. You now know the main characters. Mike, East Coast guy, really nice, fantastic. Mooksie, this wonderful accountant, works at a hotel. Everybody says she's not a freelancer. Everybody has told him time and time again, she's not a freelancer, she's not like that, etc., etc. So I have one quick question for everybody, please, in the comment section below. Do you believe that Mike came here trying to heal his heart, or did he come with the hopes of finding love? And do we think that Mooksie is this sweet, innocent accountant, or is she a freelancer? There we go, guys. That is episode 1 of the Mike and Mooksie show here in Thailand. I hope it's enough to bring you guys back for episode 2, because episode 2 is where the love, lies, deceit, and debauchery start to kick in. Till next time, guys, again, please comment below. And if you haven't already subscribed, please hit the button, wherever it is, hit the button. Till next time, live your best life. If you're not living your best life, find out what you need to do today. And if that is, you know, watching me ramble on to make the Tate brothers money, yeah, so be it. It is what it is. Till next time, guys, cheers.